What's going on, guys? It's Lark here. Today, we're going to be talking about basic attention token. Now, we're going to call it BAT for short, of course. We're going to be looking at what makes BAT an interesting product and exploring the question, is this something you should get involved in or not? All that and more after, of course, a quick shout out to everyone who's hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, guys. I absolutely love everyone's support. You guys keep supporting me, and I'm going to keep making all these awesome videos for you guys. Quick disclaimer as well, this is not professional financial advice, guys. This is just one man and his passion for cryptocurrencies. Let's get into it. So, basic attention token, what does it do? What's the problem that they are looking to solve? What's a good question? It's actually a problem that, I'm annoyed by online advertising. That's why I have an ad blocker. But the online advertising industry is much worse than I ever imagined it to be. I always knew it was terrible, but yeah, it's really bad. Everybody gets screwed in the online advertising industry. The users are screwed. Not only do you have to pay for your data, right? So much of your like mobile phone data goes to actually just uploading ads, which is terribly annoying. Actually, I've thought about this before. Like, damn, all these fucking ads load. I'll say on YouTube, all these ads are loading, and what am I gonna do? But you can't do anything. It just sucks up all your data, right? Of course, your battery life goes down and all this stuff. Not to mention all the malware, right? The publishers get smashed as well. Fraud, ad revenues are down. Monetization becomes harder, and the advertisers, the actual people who are trying to get their product across, lose as well because everyone is just using ad blockers. Ad revenues has gone down 60%. Ad blocker usage is up to 600 million devices have ad blockers on them. People don't want to see this stuff anymore because it's intrusive. It's ever present on the internet. It's really annoying for a lot of people. So, what do they want to do? How are they proposing to solve this situation? 2 steps. One, they have the Brave browser. So this is going to help block actually all the trackers and the malware and all these different things. You can jump over here and download it. I have downloaded it. It's pretty clean looking. I haven't used it much yet. I am planning on actually using this a lot more. Definitely looking at switching over from Google Chrome. I mean, I don't know. I'll play around with it and see if I like the features enough, but looks pretty good to me so far. There's a picture of an orangutan for you guys. I love orangutans. They're awesome. So that's step 1, the Brave browser. It's already out there. You can go download it yourselves right now, and it will protect you from, ads already. It's an ad blocking browser, basically. But that's not where it gets interesting. Where it gets interesting is the basic attention token. Now, this lets everybody benefit from online advertising. Everybody can benefit. And with Brave browser combined with the basic attention token is definitely going to revolutionize the way we think about advertising online. Look at this little bit right here. So here you are, the user. You see online advertising. These guys, well, probably the advertiser, wants to steal your data, right? They would like to know what you do, when you do it. Now, with the BAT system, you can actually sell that information if you want in exchange for BAT coins. But basically, everybody here is winning. You're protected as a user from advertising, and your anonymity is protected. As an advertiser, you're able to better target advertising to people, right? As a publisher, you're able to better get that attention, right? Revenues will increase, less fraud, etc., etc. So there's a lot of benefits for everybody here, and everyone can get paid in BAT tokens, which is, of course, a nice thing for those who are crypto enthusiasts. And of course, as this becomes more mainstream, we see more atomic swaps, for example, this will actually become very, very powerful. It is an ERC20 token, so you can just imagine atomic swap it out for Bitcoin or something. Well, I've been making all this money with my advertising online, or I've been making all this money by watching ads online in BAT tokens. So I'll just cash those out and get some Bitcoin, for example. That's great. Now, one of the big selling points behind BAT is, of course, the person in charge, this guy, Brendan Eich. Brendan, of course, he's putting all of his attention behind the Brave project and the BAT project at the moment, but he's the Mozilla guy. So he's the guy who started Mozilla, principal engineer at Netscape. And, oh yeah, by the way, he wrote JavaScript. Cool. So if you've ever seen someone that knows what the heck they're talking about, yeah, it's this guy right here. This guy definitely knows what the heck he's talking about. So that he's, you know, the front man of this project, and I think it's pretty good. You know, this is, I gotta say as well, this white paper, one of the better white papers I've definitely seen in recent times. Super detailed. Really, you know, it reads more like a business plan and less like a sales pitch, which a lot of white papers I've read are just like, our thing's gonna be the best thing ever. Money for everybody. Look, they actually address problem. They actually just address competition and these different things, different use cases. You know, it's not just about straight advertising, but it's actually about being able to offer, for example, premium content. You know, online subscriptions, right? For example, like the New York Times, if you can read 2 articles a month for free or something, but you have to pay $5 after that, well, you can now pay in BAT tokens. Well, maybe not with the New York Times in particular, but that offers you that potential to, you know, have the premium content payable in BAT. So you've watched some advertisements. You don't actually have to get your credit card out and paid money. You know, you've seen the ads. You've clicked on a few ads. Now you've got 5 BAT bucks in your BAT bucks. I like it. You got 5 BAT bucks sitting in your account. You're going to go over and sign up for the New York Times. And now you can pay for that premium content with what you've earned, actually, in the meantime. This also has got great potential for in-browser games. You know, you can just click on a little game over here. Oh, I'm gonna roll, and you know, maybe I'll get some sweet BAT in return. Nice, can roll that. Oh, I lost. Okay, great. But you didn't have to get your credit card out in order to play those in-browser games. And not to mention also customizable news. You know, delivered straight to people based on, you know, their interests in a better way than is being done right now, because there's so much fraud and malware and misinformation in the marketing game at the moment. So that's very interesting. Now, I like that they actually address that they have competition. This is great, I'm telling you. 9 out of 10 white papers I've read pretend like they're the only people in the world and that the project's the best thing ever. These guys are actually saying, well, yeah, there's actually competition out there. And, you know, they say, well, okay, what do we have that they don't? You know, it's, for example, Steam. It's specific to the Steam platform, for example, whereas the BAT tokens will be applicable across the web, which is great. So that's good. And, of course, they acknowledge the fact that Google, this monster, is a big competition for them. Of course, Google does not have a blockchain-based tokenized token yet. Now, look, that's going to be their biggest obstacle, is overcoming the Google monster. The Google monster. Of course, they're offering a good product. If they can get it out there, if they can get people interested, if they can get people talking about it and using it, wow. Great. I think Google did $10 billion in advertising revenue last year. So if the BAT guys can capture even a portion of that, they're going to be doing really good. Not to mention, of course, that, you know, it's only growing every single year. Online advertising is the new advertising, in case you guys hadn't noticed. So that's pretty interesting. I'm so glad to see they actually said, yeah, there's competition. This is how we're dealing with it. The roadmap. So they already have Brave out. It's already happening. Again, orangutan! Okay. So Brave is already out. It's already working. Now the next thing they're looking at is zero knowledge proofs. So they're bringing that in to help protect your anonymity from advertiser publishers, all these guys. So great. That's on the way. That is on the way. They are looking at making transfers and verifications all on the Ethereum network, which is great. And of course, they're looking at, you know, really making this more of a platform in the future as well. So, you know, there's a lot happening too. They're not just sitting on their hands. They're constantly developing this. So it's definitely moving forward, guys, which is really, really exciting. I think this is a really great project. It's one of the more interesting ones I've seen in the past few days. Of course, well, Nav was very exciting yesterday too. I was really excited about Nav. But nevertheless, this is quite an exciting one too. Now, basic attention token has actually been really steady in the charts. This is quite surprising. Like, yeah, it did have a pretty big spike in the dollar price, but also in the price to Bitcoin. back here in June, but everything had a big spike back in June. Of course, that was not too long after their ICO either. Now, ever since then, they've stayed fairly steady somewhere between like 3,000 and 6,000 Satoshi, if you see that here. So they've been doing pretty good with that. And of course, the dollar value has been going up slightly with their increase the increase in the price of Bitcoin. So the dollar value has gone up as they've stayed relatively steady. Now, the one thing that I think is interesting here, the market cap currently is only $217 million. I feel like this has the potential, if they can succeed, which it seems like they have the right people behind it to make it succeed, to be a multi-billion-dollar company. This is the kind of company that will be a $5, $10, $15 billion company in 5-10 years' time. To be able to pick up BAT today at like 20 cents is probably a really good deal. If it's only $1 billion, if they only get to $1 billion, guys, then it's going to be worth $1 per BAT. So that is really, really big, actually. They definitely have great price potential moving forward as an investment, but also it's because the project is so good, guys. This is what it comes down to. They've got the right people, the right project, the right idea. They're addressing a problem that needs to be addressed, and they're doing it in an interesting way. It's definitely a project that has legs, and it's definitely a coin that you could look at getting invested with. This, I gotta say one thing though. This is a long one, guys. This is definitely a long-term hold. You know, if you want to double your money tomorrow, I'm not sure if BAT is going to be that double your money tomorrow kind of token. But if you're looking for something that's going to give you 5, 10, 15 times returns in a couple years, BAT might be your ticket. And at 20 cents a piece, they're still pretty gosh darn cheap to buy up. So interesting, guys. Interesting. I'm not sure if I'll be picking up any, just because I've got so many of the things I'm trying to, add into my portfolio at the moment. I'm not sure there's any room for BAT, but I do like BAT. I think it's a really interesting project. So guys, I would like to hear what you think. Is BAT something that you're going to go pick up? Have you already got some? Have you been holding it for a while? What do you think the price action is going to be? Where are we going to be in 6 months or a year? How long is it going to be before we see a $1 BAT token? BAT token. Anyway, guys, I'd really like to hear your comments on this one. I think it's a really exciting project. Is anyone else as excited about this project as I am? I think it's really cool. Anyway, guys, who else has got the Brave browser, by the way? It's a nice looking browser. Anyway, guys, that's all from the Crypto Lark. Thank you so much for tuning in. Long live the blockchain. And peace out till next time.